You know, it's so hard to identify one person. Obviously, the writer of Hebrews struggled with that. We have Hebrews 11 where he represents this long list of people who are exemplary in demonstrating true biblical faith. But I think in many ways, the one that stands out in my mind is Abraham, because he is such a paragon of faith in spite of the evidence. I mean, the writer of Hebrews goes on about him in Hebrews 11, how he didn't receive the promises. He received the promise of salvation, and he benefited from that. He knew God, walked with God, but he didn't receive some of the promises that were made to him for the future, and yet he believed. But I think what I love most about Abraham in that way is that he was able to walk in faith in this world, not having the land that he was promised. And he did so, and I love this, he did so by looking for a city, the city, not an earthly city, but the heavenly city whose architect and builder is God. And so he lived his whole life in faith in that great promise. But the other reason I love the fact of Abraham's faith is that it wasn't vague. It was centered again in the word written, or in that case, the word spoken to him by God, and the word incarnate. Because Jesus said, Abraham saw my day. He rejoiced in it, and he longed for the day when I, the Messiah, would come. And so Abraham's faith wasn't a generic faith about a piece of real estate in the Middle East, although certainly it involved that. His faith was focused on his eternal inheritance and on the descendant of his who would come and fulfill the promise of Genesis 3:15 and make things right again after sin had destroyed God's creation.